things on. Today has been a day, y'all, but it hasn't really been too bad of a day for me. But for some of our people out here, they are truly lost, even if you try to aid them. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a scenario about what went down today. I go to pick up some more supplies needed for the move. Okay, I walk into this building, and when I go to the desk, I'm ignored, first of all. But it's okay, because I know who I am. I stand there patiently. Then the gentleman turns around. I'm gonna call him a gentleman. I'm gonna try to show him a little bit of respect. Turns around and he says, "Oh, can I help you?" And I said, "Yes, I need to pick up some more materials because I'm in the process of this move." He was like, "Oh, okay. Well, are you moving through us?" And I was like, "Yes." And so he pulls up my name and everything. And there's two Jakes, two so-called black men, two so-called African American workers that work there walk in. There was one of average height, and there was one of tall stature, a big guy. Okay, they walk through the door. All of a sudden, now we're in a professional setting. All of a sudden, the man behind the counter begins to yell, an Edomite begins to yell and berate the two men that came in, but in particularly, he berates the tall, big guy. And I turn and I look at the guy and I look at the other guy that's with him, and I turn around and I just stare at this man. And then he stops and he's like, "If you do that again, I'm running your," and I'm going to say exactly what he says, "I'm running your ass up out of here." And I was like, okay. I could see the embarrassment on the young man's face when he did that. So the Edomite and the two Jakes, they walk out to get my supply. And so in the process of doing that, the Edomite, I guess he tried to apologize. You know how people do on the low. They try to front in front of folks, but then try to go behind your back and apologize. So as they're coming through the door, a different door, I could hear the Edomite saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then the big buff guy was like, "No, I don't play that." But he didn't say anything like of such a nature when this transaction, these verbal assaults were happening. And so the guys, they were like, "Okay, man, we got you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I went in and I was like, "I need some garment boxes." And so the young Jake, he was like, "Oh, you mean wardrobe boxes?" And so the Edomite was trying to tell me they were wardrobe boxes as well. But let me tell you something. Hello. I did not acknowledge the Edomite simply from his actions trying to put down this young Jake. I said, "Tell me how to say that again." And he was like, "Oh, no, you need wardrobe boxes, not garment boxes." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yes, that's what I need." Only giving my respect and my attention to these young brothers. So as they bring out these huge boxes, I didn't realize they were that big, to my vehicle. As we're walking out the door and we walk out the door, I turn to the big buff guy and I tell him, I said, "Don't worry about what just happened," because I knew what the scenario was that had just went down. And I said, "There is a shift taking place." And so the young guy, the big guy, he was like, "Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?" And then the shorter guy, he was like, "The racial tension." Oh, he was like, the big